Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria, and today is December the 28th. So we are looking into the month of April for 2025. This is the Raunächte series, the 12th Tide Nights or 12 Nights of Christmas, where one night represents 1 month in the following year. So we're in the fourth night now, so we're going to look into month number 4. And I'm going to use the same outline that I did in the previous 3 videos. Today I'm going to use a new deck for the second quarter. Also got some different oracle decks. We're also going to ask Bob Ross what he has to say. But first, we're going to start out with some tarot cards. So let's go ahead and shuffle them, and then we're going to look into the overall monthly energy for the month of April. Okay, spirits. So for the month of April, what is the overall energy? Okay, these ones came out. All right, so the overall energy, we have the Justice, the Star, and the Four of Cups here. So what I'm seeing that with all the, going back to the previous months, with all the work that we've been putting in so far into the first 3 months, now is the moment where that is going to pay off. There is going to be that moment when your contributions are getting recognized, whether that is at work, in a relationship, in your family, whatever situation you're dealing with. So the way that you have carried yourself, the way that you have done things, now it is finally being recognized. And you get your moment of truth, your moment to shine. And yeah, with the Star, looking at this here, with the champagne glass pyramid kind of, there is even going to be a moment of celebration. But with everything that's coming, after that, I mean, the past 3 months that we've been looking into, they seem to have been pretty exhausting. So once all that is said and done, there will be a moment for you to sit down and be like, ugh, this has been such hard work. And I'm glad that now I can see the fruits of my labor. And of course, once one thing has ended, the next thing already begins. But take a moment for you to, regroup, refocus before being handed the next task to do, the next problem, the next project, the next question being asked. Take some time before going ahead and, working on the next thing that's coming up. Now, what should we look out for? Let's get some clarifiers here. What to look out for in April? Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Swords. We've had these cards before, so yeah, lessons keep coming up again and again. So with the Page of Pentacles, this here is Midas, the king with the golden touch. So yeah, there will be, like I said, that moment when your contributions are being recognized. And of course, people are going to demand more and more once you've done it. So with everything, don't exhaust yourself too much. This is seems to be that it's going to be a year where you do a lot of things and you do them successfully, but people, because of that, will keep demanding more and more of you. So this is always a reminder to check in with yourself, with your mental health, your emotional health, and everything. Like here, they are outside in the snow, but here in the temple, there is light. And the stairs are going up there, but they're not looking that way. So make sure that you always look around at all the opportunities and possibilities there are in order to help you, even people that can help you. And, whether that's just taking a spa weekend for yourself or, having a good, a night with your best friend, just sitting at home, just chilling, talking about things, having something nice to eat, and just getting things off your chest. But yeah, make sure you we have two fours here. So that's like a theme that keeps coming up. Don't overexhaust yourself. Like this, the universe is saying, yeah, you're doing a good job, but you have to rest in order to keep doing a good job. Now, how to navigate this? What would be the best course of action for April? What's the best course of action? These cards are big. The best course of action. Oh, whoops. Okay, 2. So we have here the 8 of Cups. We've got the Queen of Cups, Death, and the 10 of Cups. Is that? No, 10 of Pentacles. Sorry. And yeah, this, for me, this card always speaks about the grass isn't greener on the other side, not necessarily. We tend to think that, especially when we are in a situation where we feel completely exhausted or overlooked, or like the contributions that you bring are being taken for granted. And then you think, well, maybe I'm going to look for a place where they do appreciate me. But that can be true. But it can also mean that the place that you then switch to, whether it's a different relationship or a different work environment or even a different apartment, the grass doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily greener on the other side. So make sure that if you do switch to a different whatever, that you actually know what you're getting yourself into. Because maybe it is possible to change the situation in your favor where you are right now. But if that's not possible at all, of course, don't stay in a situation that really is not good for your mental health, for your emotional health. And then, yeah, look for something. With the Queen of Cups, here we have Hera, the goddess of marriage and the queen of all gods. But with all of these, especially like it feels like April is going to be an emotional month coming up, and take care of your emotions. Like, yeah, she does have this cup, but she also has to go through a lot of things with her husband Zeus constantly going after other women and all that stuff. And for her to stay strong in all of this, that is a very difficult thing to do, especially if your contributions are being taken for granted, just like she is being taken for granted by her husband. So with the death card here, Hades, the god of dead and the king of the underworld, something's got to give. So whether that is actually leaving something or just changing the situation in your favor so that you can feel recognized and valued, yeah, something has to change. It can be a small, simple change, like just tweaking something, or it can be a big change, like leaving. That is up to you. At the end of the day, you have to be true to yourself and make sure that you take care of your heart, your emotions, and you can't just, let people walk all over you. Because if this is what you want, if there is a place where they don't really appreciate you in the way that you need to be seen and heard, then yeah, sometimes leaving to get to that place is the better option, but that is up to you. Like I said, it can work out in a new place. It can get worse in a new place. You never know. That is really up to you and to listen to your heart. What do you really want? Or to, have that sit down with friends. And if you're really unsure about what to do and how to go about it, maybe get an outside opinion of someone who knows you very well and who's on your side, one of your supporters, and run your ideas by them. Now, what can we learn from this and how can we benefit from all of this in April? Okay. So we have the Two of Wands, the Temperance, and the Fool card here. So how can we benefit from this? Well, here we have a little map and there's like ways to go. So with everything that you do, going back to January to the King of Swords, have a strategy. Map out the things that you want to do. If you want to start something new, map it out. If you want to implement some changes, map them out and see, okay, if I do this, then that could be the consequences. Make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, we do have the Fool energy here again, like we had last month. So it is time to do something, but not just, on a whim. Make sure that you know what you're doing, but then actually take the risk, do it. And with the Temperance card here, we have Iris, the messenger goddess of a rainbow. So with this here, the Temperance card, yeah, make sure that you keep everything in balance, especially like in between these two cards. You want to map out what you're doing, and you also want to take the chance of doing something and make sure these two things are in balance. So when you have a good plan, it's going to feel less scary to actually take the risk. Now, some people might be great risk takers and they're like, screw the plan, I'm just going to go for it. And for some people, that might work. But for other people, it is always good to have some kind of like a safety net. And I'm not necessarily talking about plan B. Again, I'm talking about like make sure that plan A works out. So come up with a strategy and then see where that leads you so that you can make sure that whatever you do is in line with what you're feeling, what you want. Like last month, what are your wants versus what are your needs? That has to be in balance. You can't just, do whatever you want, but then ignore your needs. That doesn't really lead to something balanced. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have, where are we going to put this now? We have the Ace of Cups. So the things in April are really going to be emotional. Like we have a lot of emotional energy here. And with the Ace of Cups, yeah, we're starting from a place of love. The first quarter has been quite tumultuous. So now this is the moment where you check in with your feelings and whatever it is that you started from a place of love. Now let's look into some oracle cards. Okay, so for April 2025. Okay, we got conflict and defeat. Yeah, so that is the moment where, like we've talked about, you have an idea and people are recognizing it. There might once again be those negative Nancy's that, they're not going to recognize your contributions. And that might feel like defeat, or like it's like, yeah, you had a good idea. What about the next one? Constantly wanting for you to deliver more. But don't forget to celebrate the small victories. Let's get another one. Oh, this one. Yeah, the heart chakra. Definitely a big theme for April, the heart, the emotions. So listen to what your heart is saying. Like in the previous months, it was all about your intuition and your gut feeling, but now the heart needs to be heard. Yeah, and at the bottom here, we have wisdom. So with all the things that you do, like make a plan, go about it the smart way, but your heart will tell you where to go and what you really want. So listen to your heart. That song from Roxette, Listen to Your Heart, comes to mind right now. Now let's ask Bob Ross what he has to say about this. So Bob, what message do you have for April 2025? So we have talent is pursued interest. Anything you're willing to practice, you can do. And that's right. A lot of people think that talent is something that you naturally have to have and you're born with it. But no, talent comes from actually practicing it, building muscle memory. And that goes for all situations in life. Like nobody is just good at being in a relationship. It comes from observing other people, the do's and don'ts, and then also listening to your heart of what you want. The same thing in a job situation. Nobody is just good at their job just like that. I mean, sure, some people have a natural talent for picking knowledge up faster, but they still have to learn. And the more you do something, the better you become at it. So what else, Bob? The Joker. Okay. Didn't you know you had this much power? You can move mountains. You can do anything. That's true. We do have that power inside of us. And if we go about it in a smart way, we can really move mountains. We will get our justice moment. We will get that time to celebrate and eventually get to that place where we feel valued and, we have the financial stability and everything. It seems to be that, yeah, it might be a little bit straining. So at the bottom here, it says, we artists are a different breed of people. We're a happy bunch. And that is something that, yeah, I mean, if you've seen the documentary about Bob Ross, his life hasn't always been happy, but he sure came across as someone who was very happy. And he did not let any of those things take away from, the joy of painting. And he just did it. So whatever happens in your life, the underlying thing, don't let that take away from your joy of doing what you do, doing what you love, do it with passion. And, if you are in a job where you just love your work, don't let other people take that away from you, because they do not determine how much you like your job. They can make it difficult, sure. But at the end of the day, you are doing that job because you love it. You want to do it. You want to be of service in whatever way you do that. The same thing in a relationship or in a family situation. Don't let other people's energies bring you down. Sometimes the things that they throw at us are just projections of themselves. Not sometimes, actually, always. So if they treat you in a way that is not very nice, for example, it is usually that they have something going on. It has nothing to do with you. So don't let their energy get you down. They're just, showing you what's going on with them. And then you can decide if you want to get involved and, try to help them, or if you let them figure it out on their own. That is totally up to you. But in any case, whatever you do in the month of April, let it come from a place of love. And that is the best way for you to go about things. and it is what's going to, fill your cup at the end of the day. All right, this was the reading for April. And tomorrow we'll be back with the month of May. And thank you very much for watching. And as always, please like and subscribe. And please tell me in the comments once you've had the month of April, if what are the chances or the challenges that you have dealt with, if you want to share. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for the month of May. Take care. Bye.